So we just had the most fantastic afternoon. This is wild. Right, morning. So packed up the trailer nice and early. We're planning to leave here around 8 o'clock. It's now 7 o'clock. There's a lot of condensation around, so just letting everything dry out a little bit, making a coffee, and then we head further south to Satara. It's never a great feeling leaving Tsendze, to be honest. I could spend 2 weeks here, no problem. Amazing place once again. But yeah, let's head south to Satara. So that's the difference that 24 hours can make. Was in exactly the same spot yesterday here on the Limpopo high water bridge. Yesterday there wasn't that much water in, and today the river is in flood. So obviously rain upriver that's caused it to flood today. I've never seen this amount of water in the Limpopo river. So it's really cool to see that. We came here for the floods and now we've finally seen a river not in full flood. But the difference between yesterday and today, there's a big difference.
A quick stopover at Limpopo for a coffee or two meant we had two choices of routes to Satara. We opted for the S90, so we crossed the Olifants River and headed on to the S90, where the recent rains meant there were hundreds of marabou storks circling above the open savanna.
morning. It's around 5:30, 5:15 the following morning. So just a little bit of an update. We arrived at Satara yesterday. We found a campsite along the fence, but it ended up not being a powered site, which means we would have to get solar panels out, which we didn't want to do. So we moved further along the fence, found a decent campsite. There's obviously the fence right behind me, so we're right on the Satara perimeter. We put up the tents, we headed out onto my favorite road in the park, the S100. Didn't see any cats, but still had amazing sightings of general game, and the light was amazing. But now, gonna make a coffee, head out again, S100, early morning light, try and see what we see. So we took the S100 this morning. It was very quiet, not much in terms of game, but that's to be expected with how long the grass is and all the water lying around. So we've come to the Nsemani bird hide, just past Nwanetsi picnic spot, and some nice hippo here. So we're just having our coffee and enjoying the Nsemani bird hide.
When the game is pretty scarce, it forces us to appreciate the smaller things around camp. The bird life within Satara camp was exceptionally good on this trip.
Pretty quiet on the road this morning, so I thought I'd show you guys a good combination. I don't know if it's a strange one, but it's a good combination nonetheless. Salty cracks, brie cheese, fig jam, mint. Absolutely great combination for just a little snack. So I've taken a drive to Nsemani Dam. It is one of my favorite spots in the Kruger. We've had some amazing sightings here. It was very hot back at camp, but the bird life was superb, phenomenal. Storm clouds have pulled in to give us a bit of relief. I've never seen Nsemani Dam so full in my life. Right, early in the morning, heading to Timbavati picnic spot along the river. Around 20 k's, maybe 15 to 20 k's north of Satara, there's this freshwater spring and river that runs along the road, the actual main tar road. And last time I had those two amazing leopards in the tree and lots of lion. So definitely going to check that out. Hopefully we see something. Game's been a little dry, so let's go find some game. reached the Timbavati picnic spot. Fantastic drive along the S39 to get here. It was magic, hey? Didn't see much game, but it's just such a beautiful drive to see the Timbavati river cutting its way through the landscape. Magic, hey? Stopping here, getting a few shots, bathroom break, back to Satara. Rain looks like it's pulling in. Wouldn't mind some rain. Scenery absolutely spectacular. We've actually seen lion from this picnic site before, so yeah, highly recommend stopping at Timbavati. It's been a fantastic day in camp. Got some washing done, filled up with fuel, stocked up the fridges, and now it's time to choose where the afternoon drive is going to be. And as many of you know, the S100 is my favorite road in the park, for good reason. Usually what I do is just go down the S100 and back to Satara, but I'm actually going to do a loop. What you do is you head north out of Satara, then around 10 km from Satara you turn right onto the S90, you take that road right up to the S41, right onto the S41, beautiful road, seen some amazing sightings on that road, and then right on the S100. Give yourself 3.5 to 4 hours. We're probably going to have 3 hours to do it, so I won't be able to spend as much time as possible. But yeah, should be a good drive. Now that scene there is exactly why I love Africa. Even though there's no game or very little game around, just look at that. The thunderstorms and rain rolling across the savannah. It is a sight to behold, and something I love about the summer months here in Africa. So I'm stopped here on the S41 at one of these little causeways just before the S100, and something pretty significant happened here. When I was a kid, I remember coming around the corner and these lions had just killed a giraffe in this exact spot. I'll put some of the photos in. There was no video back in those days, or maybe there was, but we just took photos. Right at this spot here, that's where the giraffe was killed, and it was an incredible sightings. We had the full go. Lions, hyenas, vultures. For 3 or 4 days we stayed at Satara and it was going on. So it was in winter, so it was a lot drier than this. And also in this very causeway we ended up having a puncture with our 100 series, and there was a leopard around. So I remember one of us standing with the tire lever or the spanner to tighten the wheel nuts, ready for the leopard, which wouldn't have done much, but got photos of that too in this exact spot. Right now it's a peaceful and tranquil scene with the water running down. Magic. So the rain's pulled in, our fire has been put out by all the water. Gonna grab the cob cooker out and try and cook up dinner on that. Hopefully it works out. This thing's a great piece of kit. Had it for a while now. Hopefully it comes to the rescue. Right, so it's fairly early in the morning. Packing up a wet tent is not ideal by any means. Definitely have to open it up when I get to Lower Sabie. It bucketed down last night here at Satara. Packed up the tent early in the trailer, heading down south towards Lower Sabie. It's a pity to leave Satara. I love this place. And yeah, let's head south to Lower Sabie.
With a stop at Mwanetsi picnic spot to enjoy the view, we head south on the S35 to the amazing Nkumbe viewpoint, where the rain eventually caught up with us.
So we're here at Nkumbe Lookout, and as I said on my last trip here about 2 months ago, it almost leaves an impression on one's soul here. Specifically this lookout, but in general the Kruger National Park. It leaves this desire to keep coming back. And I hate to leave this place, eh? I could live in the Kruger, no problems. But fortunately we're not leaving today like last time. We're heading to Lower Sabie for a couple of nights. So we're stuck here on the road, not far from Nkumbe where we just stopped, because there's a very angry elephant bull in the road. Apparently the people that have just passed said he's been chasing them for 4 kilometers. So I'm giving him a lot of space, is what you should do here in the Kruger. Got a guy in the front with a big Moby Lodge trying to reverse. I've got a trailer behind me, so I'm keeping very safe distance. And he is massive, a huge elephant bull, so I'm not taking him on, that's for sure. This happens in the Kruger, although this trip specifically there's been a lot of angry elephants. Agitated, not sure if it's a time of year, if any of you guys know why. It's February now, please let me know in the comments. But this does not look good. So, checked in at Lower Sabie, fantastic day's drive down here. Eventually the elephant moved for us, and interestingly enough, I've never camped at Lower Sabie. Always stayed in the chalets, the riverfront chalets, or the safari tents. And this is actually the final time I'll ever be setting up this Echo 4x4 trailer tent. And the reason for that is it's not because it's not a great tent. It is a great tent. Fantastic. I don't normally get sentimental about things, but I've been to a few amazing campsites with this setup and this tent, but it's just too much work for the one night stopovers. So I'm putting something on top that's going to be good for a longer stay as a base camp or a one night stopover in the coming months. Excited for that. But final time setting up this beast of a tent. It's been a fantastic morning here at Lower Sabie. Just slept in, relaxed, feel so refreshed. Now, you guys always ask me what's the first thing I do in the morning when I wake up. I make a coffee and then I go for a game drive. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. Also wanted to chat to you guys about this product from Stanley. My beautiful fiance got this one for me for my birthday. What's really cool about this, while I still love the AeroPress, this is a Stanley press, so it's quite a big one. It's almost 2 cups. Put the coffee in there, press it down, essentially the same as the AeroPress. Love it, absolutely love it. It'll obviously be tougher, last forever. So what I do now is an AeroPress coffee in the morning just to drink at camp. And then I do one of these for out on the road. Also just boiling up some water for Chris, because he'll be getting out of his tent soon, no doubt. And an essential part of the morning ritual in overlanding is to make a coffee, especially for Chris. Morning, Chris.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Alright, yourself?
Good. How'd you sleep?
Very well, thank you.
Good stuff. Ready to take on the day?
Yes. What's on for today?
We're heading out to Sunset Dam, and I'm not sure which direction we're going to head for the drive. Either Kruger or Crockbridge.
Sounds good.
You keen to find some game?
Yeah, I'm very keen to find some game.
And coffee? You're also keen for coffee?
Yes, I'm more keen for coffee.
The weather in particular is fantastic today. Easy to sleep in. I think it's around the 20 degrees Celsius mark. Now, Lower Sabie Rest Camp is located on the banks of the Sabie River. Sabie River is down there near the chalets and the tents. We can't really see it from the campsite, that's the one downside. But I'm actually really surprised by how nice this campsite is. Sites are really well demarcated. You're not too far away from your neighbor, but yeah, it's okay. You know, we're just staying here really. The driving around Lower Sabie is a huge attraction. In terms of game viewing, not necessarily this time of year, but specifically in the dry season in winter, all the animals need to congregate around the Sabie River because it's the only place with water in the dry season. So this is specifically a very good spot for game viewing. And another reason is the amazing dam that is literally 500 meters away from this rest camp called Sunset Dam. One of my favorite places in the world, especially for videography and photography, just to park off and enjoy the sunset at. Amazing. And a reflection on the trip, we came to try find the rains and high water levels. The Limpopo and Shashi at Mapungubwe was in flood. The Letaba River from one day to the next day was completely different. Obviously some rain had fallen upstream. The Sabie River is flowing really nicely as well. Olifants was also half flood. The game viewing hasn't been as amazing as we thought it was going to be, but we expected that. And sometimes it's not only about the game viewing in Kruger, it's about enjoying the special scenery, the different sites. Actually extended the trip by another 2 days to try and make my way down to Pretorius Kop for one night. I haven't camped there, and yeah, it's a beautiful drive there. So I'll hook up the trailer and just go there on my final night. But there's still 2 whole days here at Lower Sabie. Gonna cook up a potjie. Got a coffee in the morning in the African bush. It does not get better than this. A lot of you ask me, why are you so enthusiastic about the African bush? Why not? It is just an amazing place, and a place that I always cherish and enjoy coming to. So we are on the road between Lower Sabie and Crocodile Bridge, and it's just so amazing to see how these animals are enjoying the veld after all this rain. I was here in November last year and it was dry here, a proper brown, barren. Just look at these animals enjoying the rains. So we're here at Sunset Dam and the rain is coming down. Once again, same as last year September, an absolute cracker of a sunset on the low water Lower Sabie bridge. Just magic. Hippos going off, the storm has passed. This is Africa, this is why we come here.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And just a reminder that you can support the channel on Patreon. Thank you to my current Patreon members for making these trips possible. Until the next adventure, cheers.
Time to cook up the leg of lamb potjie.